US President Donald Trump has once again turned critical on Ukrainian President Zelenskyy, casting fresh doubt on Washington's role as a neutral peace broker in the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, Trump said Zelenskyy is not ready to sign a US-backed peace proposal even as American and Ukrainian negotiators wrapped up 3 days of talks aimed at narrowing differences. Well, this is not the first time when Trump has publicly distanced himself from Zelenskyy. Over the past year, the world has repeatedly seen Trump shifting his point of view between support and pressure, praise and blame. What is becoming clear now is a broader shift in Trump's worldview, one that increasingly prioritizes US domestic interest and a reset with Russia over traditional alliance with Europe. Here is the full story. Speaking to reporters on Sunday, Trump expressed clear frustration, saying he was disappointed that Zelenskyy had still not personally reviewed the proposal. Trump claimed Ukraine negotiators were supportive of the plan but suggested that the final obstacle was Zelenskyy himself. According to Trump, Moscow is comfortable with the deal, while Kyiv remains hesitant.
What's your next step in Russia-Ukraine talks after last week's negotiations?
So we've been speaking to President Putin, and we've been speaking to Ukrainian leaders, including Zelenskyy, President Zelenskyy. And I have to say that I'm a little bit disappointed that President Zelenskyy hasn't yet read the proposal. That was as of a few hours ago. His people love it, but he hasn't. Russia's fine with it. Russia, I guess, would rather have the whole country when you think of it. But Russia is, I believe, fine with it. But I'm not sure that Zelenskyy is fine with it. His people love it, but he hasn't read it.
Вы знаете, можно тоже как угодно к нему относиться.
You know, you can think of him, Trump, whatever you want, because everyone initially in his first iteration as president said that he was mainly a businessman and that he understood very little about politics and could make mistakes. But first of all, I can tell you, his behavior at the moment of the attempt on his life impressed me. He turned out to be a courageous man. And it's not just about raising his hand and calling for the fight for their common ideals. It's not just about that, although, of course, it was done in the heat of the moment. A person shows himself in extraordinary circumstances. This is where a person shows himself, and he showed himself, in my opinion, in a very correct way, courageously, like a man.
This latest remark fits into Trump's on-again, off-again relationship with Zelenskyy since returning to White House in January. Trump has constantly described the war as a drain of US taxpayers' money and has repeatedly urged Ukraine to consider territorial concessions to Russia to secure peace. Critics argue this language closely echoes Kremlin narratives and significantly weakens Ukraine's bargaining position.
Yesterday, we spoke with Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. I thank them for their readiness to work together 24/7. The American representatives know the basic Ukrainian positions. The conversation was constructive, although not easy. We continue to work. Some things can only be discussed in person. Umarov and Hanatov will report to me, and I will also speak with European leaders. We have meetings planned in London as well as in Brussels.
Trump's apparent tilt towards Russia is also strategic. His administration believes repairing ties with Moscow could reduce US commitments in Europe, counter China move effectively and lower the cost of long-term military engagement overseas. This thinking was reinforced when Kremlin welcomed the Trump administration's new national security strategy, which emphasizes dialogues with Russia over confrontation. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said the document aligns with Moscow's vision, while the White House stated that ending the war in Ukraine was key to restoring strategic stability with Russia. That phrase has long been used by Moscow to legitimate its demands.
Нынешняя администрация коренным образом отличается от предыдущих.
The current administration is fundamentally different from previous ones. And of course, President Trump is strong now, strong in terms of his domestic political position. This gives him the ability to adjust the concept in line with his vision. The adjustments that we see correspond in many ways to our vision. So there is reason to hope this could be a modest guarantee that constructive joint work on finding a peaceful settlement for Ukraine, at minimum, can continue.
Конструктивно продолжить совместную работу над поисками мирного урегулирования по Украине, как минимум.
Trump's Ukraine envoy Keith Kellogg said talks were in final stage with disputes centered on control of Donbas region and the Zaporozhye nuclear power plant, both under Russian occupation. Despite all this diplomacy, the war continues even in the fourth year. Russian missiles, drones and artillery strikes killed at least 4 people over the weekend and damaged critical infrastructure across Ukraine. As Trump pushes Kyiv to compromise, the European leaders are now preparing to meet Zelenskyy in London amid growing concern that Ukraine's future may be shaped on terms increasingly favorable to Moscow. As the story unfolds and we get Zelenskyy's reaction on this, we'll keep you posted with all the updates. For more geopolitical stories, keep watching Money Control. I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to Money Control, your ultimate destination in the ever-evolving world of finance, business, markets, policy and technology. India's preeminent news platform, driven by facts and fueled by data. A platform made in India, for India and for the world. Moneycontrol.com has a staggering reach of 100 million plus monthly active users and 6.02 million daily active users. Being a transformative digital force, reshaping how we engage with money, markets, and news. Setting us apart is our commitment to delivering accurate information and empowering financial decision-making in a dynamic ecosystem. Seeking a deeper dive into the financial realm, we present Money Control Pro, a powerhouse of exclusive insights, providing actionable investment ideas and expert analysis. Because in today's fast-paced world, informed decisions demand both information and expertise. And we have 1 million plus Money Control Pro total paid subscribers and 100% return in 1.5 years, beating the market. Explore market trends, access expert opinions, and utilize essential financial tools all at your fingertips. Join the millions who trust Moneycontrol.com for their financial journey, where facts meet finance and data drives decisions. Think markets, think Money Control.